So I got curious to know what's the highest CP a unit can get if fully maxed, and I thought that would be interesting to share. So first, I would like to say that CP is a statistic by itself, and I will show you some examples. Okay, so look at Bernavas, the statistic, and the combat power. Now look at Sati, same combat power, but she has more defense. Okay, same statistic, but 10 more defense, and the combat power does not change. You can try it with a lot of different heroes and you will see it. Okay, here another one. Degas, a lot more defense, but same statistic than this guy. Okay, this is the best example. Tashume has 60,000 combat power and these statistics. And this new hero has more HP, more attack and more defense and same combat power. Also in Unleash the Potential, I could theoretically just take the statistics like HP, speed, attack, and don't take the combat power, which is, you know, a statistic by itself. We can also see this on the gear, same attack and statistics, same attack and more sub statistics, and same combat power. Okay, so what's the highest combat power a unit can get? So because I don't have a fully maxed unit, and I don't think anyone has, the best we can do is work with assumptions, and they're not totally random. I think I should rather call them educated guess. So my Bathory here, her combat power comes from the Fatecore, 10,800. Then we have the gear, the enhancement level, which is 3,000 for everyone, and it's fixed. So it's in total it's 15,000. And then we have the 90 levels, and that makes up my Bathory. So basically I'm working with Bathory because she's a general and she's my highest unit. I take a general because I think general has the highest combat power. As we can see here, we have a level 75 Shufraker and Garf. We're just going to remove the gear to prove the point, and they have the same, and Mahar should go below them. That's it. Yeah, so that's why I pick general, because it should have the highest base combat power. Alright, so Bathory level 90 to level 100. We can see that if I level Bathory to level 91, we are going to get 4,500 more combat power. And that should be consistent. So for level 92, we should get an additional 4,500. And that's it. So I assume at level 100, she will have 45,000 more combat power than right now. We can see on the journal that every level is the same upgrade in statistics, right? Like, look at the defense. It's 15, 15, and 15, right? Even the last level is 15. So I assume the combat power is also going to scale the same. Also because on all the other levels, like from 80 to 81 to 82, is always the same upgrade in terms of combat power. So that's why I believe it's going to stay the same until level 100. Like the last difference we have in leveling up a unit is from level 90 onwards. We can see before it's only 5 from defense, but after 90 it's 15, right? And I assume it stays the same until level 100. Same for the combat power, of course. So now to resume the first part, a level 100 general gives us 282,000 combat power, and then enhancing it to +5 gives us 15 more for a total of 297,000. Then we have the Fatecore, which is 10,800, I think, for a general. And the Fatecore can be enhanced and fused. So the fusion is easy to calculate. As you can see, I have level 2 fused Lepin. The maximum is 5, and every level gives 4,400 more combat power. So in total, from a fully fused Fatecore, we are going to get like 22,000 more combat power. Then we have the enhancement, and we have to calculate how much it gives. So the first enhancement gives 184. The second one 366, so it actually increases. And now we give 550, which is 184 more than the previous. So it looks like it's following this kind of path. Yeah, and now again more 182, so the next should be more 184, and if this is correct it should give us 916. Yeah, 916 plus 182, the next one should give us 1098. If we can actually succeed. 1098. Yeah, so this is very close. This is how it works. Now again plus 184 should give us 1282. Yeah, 1282. Next one 1464. $1,466. Yeah, very close. So that's how it increases, more or less. Let's just do level 10 if we can, to see the whole spectrum. Level 9 is cool as well. So 1648, and level 10 would give us 1832. Okay, cool. Yeah, as you can see, after level 10 we have a very big increases. Now there is no way this is going to succeed because only 10%, but I will show you that after level 10 to like 11 and 12 we have a fixed increase in combat power. I only have a level 11 Fatecore to show you as a proof, and as you can see it stays fixed, so I will assume it will stay fixed until level 30, although I think it is wrong, because from level 10 to 11 the announcement background here changed color, and after 15, if you ever seen one, it will become pink, and after 20 I think it will change again, so maybe it will also change the combat power, but because I don't know, we will go with this assumption here. So for the Fatecore we have 10,800 for a general. Now I think Fatecore of a lower rarity gives more combat power, for example Iris and Zion, which are rare. A gold Fatecore gives more, or even for Lapin, which is only legendary, a Fatecore gives more. But like I said, I think overall a general, which is the rarest hero, should have the most combat power. So again, if it is lower, it doesn't matter. Overall, it should be still give the highest combat power. So for the base combat power is 10,800 plus 30 gives 59,375, and fused plus 5 22,000 for a total of 92,175. Again, probably the enhanced plus 30 is wrong, because I think after level 15 we might have another increase, at level 20 another increase, and after 25 the last one, but I'm not sure. Then we have the gear, and for the gear I'm going to start with the weapon because it's different from the rest of the gear. And for the weapon, as you can see, we have a lot of different combat power. So because we are looking to max a hero, we are going with the highest weapon I have, which is these two, because they are only plus 5 and they give 58,000 combat power. Instead this is plus 6. Every awaken gives 2,250 more combat power. Now there can be a lot of difference, I mean not a lot, but quite some difference between two weapons. For example, this is plus 5, this is plus 5 as well, but has way less combat power. And you can see here, like this level 4 is higher than this level 5. So with this weapon the max upgrade is plus 10, and every plus 1 gives 2,250. I will show you. So look, right now we have 58,290, and after awakening it should have 60,540. Let's see. Okay, so 60,540. So this is how it works. If I max it, which is 4 more levels, I will get 9,000 more, and that would be 69,540. Now there can be stronger than this weapon. For example, this weapon here, I think is actually stronger. Yeah, I think this weapon and this weapon, because maybe they are exclusive, I don't know, they are stronger. Because if I max this, they would give me 70,165. I don't know if because they are exclusive or whatnot. Plus, if we get the exclusive weapon of the hero, we get a bonus 3,000 points. So we can use 73,000 as a maxed weapon. Now for the gear is a little bit different. We can see we have a lot of different combat power as well. Everything is level 60. Now in the gear, the armor, boots and helmet have a lot more combat power than the gloves and accessory. As you can see, gloves and accessory is 23, while the armor is 36,038, boots 38, helmet 39, right? So we have to do two different calculations, one for the helmet, boots and armor, and one for the accessory and the gloves. So for the armor, I'm going to take this because it's the highest, and it is 40,114 with one enhancement, and it's a blue enhancement. Now if you know, a blue enhancement is not the maximum. A blue enhancement is actually pretty low. We can get purple, yellow and pink. Now I don't know how much each gives, but we can find out now. I mean, we can try. I think the purple gave me 1,000 more combat power. Alright, so let's see here. We have this helmet, 39,180. Okay, so we got the red one, which I think is the pink, what they mean. And it gave me 2,240 more combat power. So we can assume that is the highest enhancement we can get, 2,240. And by the look of it, it looks like this was also my highest helmet. So I'm going to assume an helmet, armor and boots maxed out is going to be this combat power right here. Now of course this is not level 70, so I'm only talking about level 60 enhanced. This is the highest one can get. This is my assumption. Now we have to calculate level 70, how much it's going to increase. Instead, for the gloves and accessory, we are going to assume this 24,000 is the highest, plus 2,240. We are going to get 26,323 for gloves and accessory level 60 maxed. So resuming everything, weapon level 60 will give us 47,665 combat power. The awakening full 22,500. So in total it's 70,175. And this is the helmet level 60. You know, the helmet, armor and boots have the same combat power ceiling, so they are equivalent, just different spots, you know. The enhanced red is the same for helmet, boots and armor, as well as accessory and gloves. So this is the same combat power from the enhancement, and while this is the total, you know, that's pretty straightforward here. Okay, so now we need to level up our weapon to level 70 and see how stronger it gets. Okay, so I will special forge this weapon so we can see how much combat power we get for each level. Okay, this is my first weapon. I special forge. Let's see. 60,540. Okay, so 609 for the first level. Okay, so it looks like it's fixed around 609 each level. So two levels are 1270. 5 times is 6085. So 6085, which we should add to the weapon maximum. Okay, now I should special forge the helmet to see how much it gets for each level. Okay, so the first level 551, a bit less than the weapon, and it should be the same. Yeah, 1102 for 2 levels. So 5 times this one, we should add 5510 for a level 70. Okay, the last one is an accessory to Special Forge. This should give us the least combat power per level. So yeah, the first level 304 and 608 for 2 levels, which is 3040 for a level 70. A quick resume for the gear level 70. The weapon gives us 6000 more combat power from 60 to 70, helmet 5500 and 3000 for the accessory and gloves, and this is the total. So one last thing they added is the awakening, which gives 160,000 more combat power regardless of the gear we used. And then we have the account buff. We have signature force, which gives nature damage, so no combat power here. Attack, defense, HP, no combat power, because as we saw, combat power is a statistic by itself, and if there isn't written, I'd assume it will not increase here. Same here, and also in the last, no combat power increase. Then we have core memory, and surprisingly there are not many generals here. There is actually only one general, which is Garf, so our calculation about the general Bathory is still valid, thank God. And the core memory, if maxed, will give 30% increase combat power, and this includes all the hero combat power plus the gear which has equipped. And the very last thing is blue Fatecore, which I skipped both because I wasn't playing when Baraka came out, I think, or I had no access, I don't remember. So this is a nation of Garf, and she has no blue Fatecore because we only have Yao, which is not here, and Baraka, which is not here, so she's not gonna get the 3% bonus. So we should not count it, because as of now Garf is the best unit to get the highest combat power. Okay, this is the last resume. Then we have the total. So for the awakening, it's fixed 160,000 regardless of what gear you use. Fatecore, if maxed, you need all the 3 Fatecores to be +5, and that would give 30% more combat power. And then the blue Fatecore would give 2%, but we know Garf has not blue Fatecore for the nation. Okay, so putting everything together, level 100 general enhanced +5 with a Fatecore +30, fused +5. The hero is awakened. The exclusive weapon is in. The core memory is maxed, so +30%. And then as a gear, we have a level 70 weapon, awakened +10. And then we have level 70 enhanced red helmet and armor. And this would give us 722,163 plus 30% from the core memory, 938,812 according to my calculations. And it probably is even more than this because of the Fatecore enhanced. And maybe the weapon can be a little bit stronger, but that's gonna be tiny. The major difference is gonna be here, if there is. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked the effort, or even if you got some special information you were curious about, like, I don't know, level 60 weapon, how much you can get, or the redstone, how much combat power it gives, how the progress system works, the mathematics behind. If you find any value, I would like to ask you to subscribe and just leave a like.